Hi, welcome to Cisco Webex Live. I'm joined today by Sandeep Mehra. He is the Vice President and General Manager of Webex Devices. Thank you for taking the time.
Hi Rachel, very good meeting you again.
Yeah, so you have been talking about workplace transformation for some time now. So what do you see as some of the biggest trends?
So this is a big personal favorite of mine. I'm seeing some massive trends across industry. First, if you look at what's top of mind for a CEO, it is agility, right? Speed is the new currency. Second, we actually polled a group of CEOs. 80% of them said retention is a huge challenge for them and they need engaging workplaces. Unfortunately, only 25 of them actually had workplaces built for driving engagement.
Wow.
Okay. The third one is that there's a lot of investments that companies have made, in terms of space and actually building out these floor plans, but those floor plans aren't engaging. Think of all those spaces that were built for 14 people, but are actually being occupied by 2 and 3 people, right?
How do you start unlock?
Yeah, you see that all the time. And what it also means is that you have no meeting rooms in most offices because they're just occupied.
Well, and devices comes into play huge in this arena, right?
Absolutely, because what we've done is in each of these devices, we've embedded intelligence at a core. So when you walk into these spaces, you have the same sort of intelligence as a self-driving car, right? It has the ability to know who are the people in the room, how many people have actually entered the space, who's engaged, who's speaking. I can actually speak to the device and be able to say, hey, start my meeting. It has voice recognition, facial recognition, so some incredible intelligence to drive these amazing experiences.
And I've seen that firsthand, and I've also heard the story about what you did in Singapore, and I know you're doing the same thing in Oslo. Can you tell me a little about what you're bringing to your new office?
Yes, so the Singapore experience was that if you go back in time, we started seeing that a lot of our folks, because they didn't have that level of engagement, started really working from home. They weren't sort of coming back in the office. So we thought about reimagining the paradigm and the problem statement, which is bring technology at scale. What if you brought video in every space? What if you didn't need to even book? What if you walked into a space and you had technology available for you, right? The big challenge today is that in most rooms, because there's video or other of these tools only available in a few spaces, it becomes a scarce commodity. Mm-hmm. So we made a big change. We actually moved to flexible seating. We changed the way you thought about these large monolithic rooms, and we brought it into a more modern, agile type of working culture. And what that's done is that suddenly it's driven incredible engagement of the workplace and the workforce. We've seen 30% increase in badge-in rates.
Wow.
We're seeing people coming back to the office and they're super engaged. We even have a blog which has 800 people, and every week somebody posts why they love the Singapore office.
That is
How
so
crazy
amazing.
is that?
Yeah, that is so cool, because you're not only bringing in devices and changing the way we meet, but you're literally changing the way we deliver work.
Culture.
So that is truly
Culture,
workplace
right?
transformation.
That's right.
But you also had a lot of huddle
Hey,
spaces.
by the way, can I even say something?
Of course you
We
can.
actually, as part of that, we even gave an incredible saving to the CFO, almost 20%.
Wow.
So that it's almost over $2 million
definitely
a year.
something monetary is
That's
always
right.
going to be good for some
That's
sort of
right.
business case, right? So huddle spaces were also part of that workplace transformation. Just can we end on tell me
Sure.
what you think about the huddle spaces and how that's helped transform work?
So I'm so excited about that, because that's what today's modern workforce is really looking for, which is the ability to very quickly come together as a team. It's flexible, it doesn't have a schedule. It's something that you and I, we start ideating, whiteboarding, and then we click a button and we catch our colleagues from London and Rome and so on. Does that happen in a normal sort of scenario? Not really, because you need to do a plan sort of thing. But with Huddle and the portfolio that we built, we can really make that happen. So we have a very rich portfolio, all the way from the Webex Share. I plug this device into every display. I can share content, I can pair and share and be able to make all of these devices come alive. The RoomKit Mini is something that is part of that portfolio. We've seen unprecedented demand for that, actually 5x the sort of growth that we've ever seen with other sort of products. So I'm so excited about that, because that goes into every one of those small 2 to 5 people spaces. And lastly, my personal favorite, the Webex Board, which really we've reignited, we've really changed the way you thought about that experience. So it's phenomenal for being able to use it for WebEx meetings, for video, for communication, but very importantly also for co-creation
all-in-one.
and whiteboarding. That's right. So my team and I, we live on that board all day long.
I have personally seen that as being part of your meetings, and it has definitely come in handy. Do you have any final comments?
Yeah, I think, look, devices truly for our field is the tip of the spear. It is about these devices which create engaging, rich experiences and truly win hearts and minds of users. So I want the team to really go out there, demonstrate the power of these devices, and win hearts and minds.